Hey everybody, it's Jermaine and Charlie. We're back with another episode of Fathericity. How y'all doing this evening, or wherever you're listening? What time of day you're listening to this podcast? How's it going, Charlie? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. We need to make a correction from last time. Last time was actually episode number 10. But since we called it episode 9, I just called it episode 9 again.
There
So,
you go.
do you want to make this one 10 or do you want to make this one 11? I don't know. That
We'll
can be
make it
9A
11.
and B. Okay, so this is
We'll make it
11.
11.
We'll just skip right over actual 10.
Yeah.
So,
So if you're paying attention, for those of you listening to pay attention, you now know this is our 11th episode, not our 10th, and we have degrees, at least at least high school diplomas.
at least
So
high school diplomas, yeah.
we know how to count. So
Maybe sometimes.
yeah.
Speaking of counting, uh, I like the topic that you suggested for this week.
Well, it spun off a different topic. You're the one that actually brainstormed the topic. I just took it and just morphed it into something else. So um Dad's talking to you. And I want to try to get some numbers from some people, and I didn't really research it because I was running around all day long spending money. So, but that's our topic: budgeting and money and finances. One of the things you're not supposed to talk about with a potential, in a potential relationship on the first couple of dates: religion, politics, and money. And we're going to talk about the third one today: money.
Oh, money. Yeah, it's been the genesis of many a fight in a relationship right there.
Which is kind of weird for us because, like I said, I was talking to you yesterday about this, and you had mentioned that you and your spouse, your wife, have a budget, and y'all like write everything down, or at least have it to where it can be seen, so you kind of know where you're at, what you have coming in versus what you have going out, and a visual representation of that. And I've been married to my wife now for going on 16 years. We don't do that.
Y'all don't do that. Well,
We don't do
and
that.
okay, so we go if we get into the financial decision here. And by the way, anybody that's been watching this show knows that we do not give financial advice. You better talk to
Yes.
somebody else and do your own thing on that for
Yeah.
sure. But so tell me, um, at the very beginning, did y'all join finances as soon as y'all got married, before y'all got married, or how did that kind of come together?
If I remember correctly, because we were both broke, we joined together pretty quick. Um, I had an account and she had an account. We had two separate accounts, and we kind of did things that way. And the bank we were at, in the Waco area when we lived in Waco, right after we got married, um, their overdraft fees were just killing us. See, this is something we did not talk about.
Yeah, but you're not
Uh,
supposed to have overdraft fees. See, that's the thing.
well, because we didn't talk about budgets and stuff. And yeah, so that was kind of hard. And we came back to where we are now, her hometown, and we got to a credit union here in town. We've been with them for what, at least 12 years, 13 years. Uh, so we quickly joined. She already had an account, so I got an account. So we got a joint checking account. She has her own savings account. I have my own savings account. So yeah, it was not too long after we got married, we got a joint checking account.
Okay.
Which is funny because I gotta say this, because when I first got the account, we first joined together, she joined my account. So she had her own account, then I opened up an account, and then when we got a joint one, she just got on mine. I already had checks with my name on it, and we didn't
Did you
write a lot of
reorder
checks.
checks?
So it was like 3 years before I was able to order new checks with her name and my name on the checks.
Hold on, whoa. You could have ordered new checks day one. Don't say it was that many years before, like the bank wouldn't allow you to do that.
I didn't think you'd order new checks until you ran out of the old checks.
No, anytime you're doing a name change or an address change or anything like that, you can
I
100%
wasn't
go
changing a
find it.
name. See,
You
I
were
was that's
adding a
adding a name,
name.
not
You
changing
were
a name.
adding a name. That's what counts. I'm just
How's your
saying,
stuff
you could
looking?
have. You
How's
didn't.
your stuff looking? How's your stuff looking? How about that? How about that?
How's
Now
my
that you,
stuff looking?
yeah,
I mean, my stuff doesn't look all that great, but we were added on to each other's accounts right away. My account became our account as far as checking, and then we're at a local little regional bank with that, here in town, and then the credit union that I think y'all are a member of. She had an account there. I've had some loans and stuff through there, but I didn't ever have a checking account. So we just added me to her account over there. And then she came on my account at the bank that I'd been with for years. Because how old were you when you got married?
maybe do math. 26,
26.
just
Okay.
turned 26.
Okay. So I'm right there with you. I'm pretty sure I was around 26 when we got married in 2011. It was right before my birthday, so it would have been right around 26, 27.
Yeah, because I was a prom night.
Oh, you were
So
prom
I
night,
know the date fairly well because I kind of know you're in the right range because that was prom night and I was doing prom and your wedding at the same time. So yeah,
right?
I multitask.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't do math at all. I was 29. I was 29 when I got married, Jermaine.
Oh, there you go. I was like 26. Dang, that's a little.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because we're not
Okay.
that far apart, and you got married before I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was
So
almost 30 when I got married. So, I mean that I was a little more probably established than you were at 26, let's say. I
yeah,
had
I was not established.
yeah,
I
I
was
had
not
a couple
established.
different bank things going on by then. So, but
Like I
yeah, no,
said, but yeah,
that was something we talked about earlier before we got married. It's like, look, we're going into this, and neither one of us got like a lot that we're trying to protect from the other one, and we're getting together. So here's what I got. The bigger thing, I guess, on us would have been, hey, here's the debt I have, and this is what we're bringing, and so if y'all guys out there are parents and thinking about getting married or whatever, dads definitely. Assets are great, but you better definitely be looking at liabilities whenever you step into that marriage too.
yeah. See, here's the thing I remember about the first time we had a money issue in our relationship. We were
Mhm.
already married, and we were already married, and um, I was working at a place, and the place got shut down. I was working at a Dell call center out in McGregor. I
Okay.
had left my teaching job. And I was like, I'm gonna go do this. I was at a call center selling Dell computers, and it was a really good job. It was cool, and like the vibe was cool, all that. Well, we go in there one day on a Friday, I remember, and we kind of heard some rumors about stuff, and I was like in the last training class, so we just hit the floor, and like 2 days later, they're like, we walk in, they're like, hey y'all, we're shutting this thing down. All the top salespeople from the past are going to Austin, Round Rock with home base Dale. Everyone else, thanks, bye,
Hold
take
on,
your
hold
stuff.
on. So what year was this?
2007,
Seven,
2006, no,
six. Okay.
2006, 2006.
Okay. So
So
this is before the housing crash then.
yeah, so I didn't have a job, and my wife was teaching, and the weirdest thing happened. So like we just got an apartment, and she had some decor, like pictures and stuff. I was like, where do these pictures and things came from? And she's like, oh, my mom's friend Liz, I got them from her. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't ask any other questions. She just bought the stuff, and they're
Right?
hanging up in the house. I have to hang the stuff up in our apartment. Well, I get my severance package from Dell, and it's a nice little package for not being there that long.
Right.
And this is when the Wii's came out. This is when the Nintendo Wii came out, and I was like, "Babe, I know I need to get a job, and I know we just started this marriage thing, but this game system just came out, and they're really hard to find, and they're like $250. Can I get one?" And she's like, "Yeah, go do that,
Oh,
please,
y'all,
please find a Wii." And I was like, "Why do you want me to find one so bad? They're $250." And she's like, "I need you to get even." And I was like, "What?" She's like,
hold
"That
on.
artwork was about $250. I didn't ask you. I just spent it." And I felt guilty about it the whole time. So you spending $250 lets me off the hook. So please find a Wii. Please find a Wii.
So y'all's
And that was it.
financial decision making at the beginning was just we're just gonna make sure we spend equal. We'll spend our way into equality in this marriage. That's where y'all are at.
Yeah, equal debt. We'll spend our way to equal debt, and we're still doing it.
Okay. Well, I mean,
We're
you can't
still
let
doing
anybody.
it in
Hey,
in a roundabout way.
you're kind of competitive, man. Don't let her outdo you. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't. I
Nobody
don't.
like nobody likes a quitter, Jermaine. I mean,
No, we don't. You seen our house? There's so much junk in here that makes no sense.
it comes with kids, though, man. I mean, that's where it goes to kids. I mean, because now
Yeah.
I just looked it up and it says, I think as of last year, the average price to raise a child is 14 grand a year. Now, I don't think that includes extras. Let's say a bunch of extracurricular activity, but yeah, 14 grand a year.
I've already talked about this with money. My son, we are not playing select league sports. We're not doing summer league sports. We ain't doing that travel stuff. I mean,
Uh,
if he's gonna be good, there better be some NIL money, name image likeness money out there as my kids playing, because
you're
I
going to
can't
let him
do it.
play local stuff.
Local stuff. Yes, local stuff.
Okay.
I ain't getting in the car going nowhere.
Yeah, you are. Our local league right here,
That
you have to
is
drive
expensive.
somewhere between 45 minutes to go play a game. That's
No,
just in our
no, not
local
doing
league.
it.
Yeah, you are.
Mm-mm,
Don't say
mm-mm.
you're not.
He's gonna
Can't
be
take
playing
that away from that
Xbox.
little boy.
He's gonna be playing esports on. He's gonna be playing Xbox and
No,
PlayStation. Mm-mm.
he's gonna. You've coached t-ball before, or baseball, right? I don't know if it was t-ball.
It was machine pitch 1 year,
1 year,
and that's all I needed.
but don't you
And that's
think it's
all I
gonna be
needed.
better when it's your son playing?
No,
I think it's worse. I cannot. I'm not one of those dads to go out there and coach. Um, One, I'll just get frustrated with the way everything's being done. And my kids do not want to listen to me. Like when I'm coaching them now, they're like, well, my coach told me to
mm-hmm.
do it this way. And I was like, okay, I'm not trying to step on the coach's toes, but I mean, my, you're playing with a bunch of these guys I either kind of went to school with or knew growing up or things like that. So, there's a chance that daddy might know just about as much as they do, but fine, man, go out there. If you want to argue with that, go out there and do your thing. But I
See,
can't commit the time. See, I can't commit the time to be there. And like I said, I know I'm just going to get frustrated. And I would be so hard on my kids being their coach. I couldn't do it.
I'm not worried about the time, the effort, the commitment. It's the money. We're talking about money, and it's the money. I wanted to a Dick's Sporting Goods, an academy. I've seen what baseball bats and cleats and helmets and gloves and that stuff
Oh,
costs. I can't afford it. I don't want to. No, he could play basketball. You can get a pair of shoes and a
you seen
basketball,
what
and
shoes
that's it.
cost? Come on. You're gonna have him running around in a pair of Jordans to play basketball. So don't act like you are.
No,
Maybe some Lucas.
no. He's wearing some Shaqs or some Steph Currys,
Oh,
something. He's gonna wear some Champion Walmart, Sam Walton greatest hits.
come on.
My
No,
budget
you're
won't allow
not.
it. No, no, no. And
You
you
only
got
have
three
to
kids
buy
playing
you
sports.
only have to buy one pair, man. You only have to buy one pair.
Exactly. And
You're good.
he's gonna get the decent $75 pair.
There
My
you
kid
go.
ain't Jordan. He ain't scoring like Jordan.
How do
So
you
he won't
know?
even
He
know who
could be.
Jordan is.
It's too early to make that call right now, man. He could be the next LeBron.
Yeah, and LeBron was getting Hummers and jerseys in high school. That's what my son's getting.
Okay, maybe so. Maybe.
If he's the next LeBron, that's what he's getting.
Anyway, I agree on the whole travel ball thing. My kids probably do not have the genetics to be anything above, you know, my kids are out there to have a good time. That's what we're to do. And then that's what I want them to do. Go out there, have fun, enjoy it, play with your friends, and then we're gonna come back around. That's fine.
It
But
was funny because we were at a basketball game watching these little dribblers play for a national tournament entry.
mhm.
Anyway, we're watching these seventh grade girls play basketball in our county, and all this and that. And Wendy's talking to her sister, uh, my sister in law, and they're talking about our son, and they're like, "Yeah, he's gonna play sports, and he's gonna be like Patrick Mahomes." And I'm like, "Wait, time out, time out. Patrick Mahomes and our son are mixed and have curly hair. That's where the comparisons end.
You
Like the genetic code for Patrick Mahomes,
come
who is
on.
not only a great football player, but also a great baseball player, does not match up with the water boy for the actual Longhorn basketball team 2 years in a row. Like it doesn't compute. Do not do that to him. Do not do that to him. And I looked at his mom. I'm like, and you of all people should not be talking about what anyone's going to be doing in sports in the future. He's going to have a fun time playing the game if he gets a chance to get off the bench.
Come
And we're not going to spend a bunch of money doing that. So, yeah, I'm preaching, y'all. I'm sorry. I just know how it is. I just know how it is.
come on now. You don't know. You just think now. Anyway,
Hey,
well,
if he
to be
shows up being
determined.
great at sports, hey, trust me, I'm gonna ride that meal ticket. I'm gonna enjoy the ride. Trust me, I will enjoy being a sports dad and my kid being that type of athlete. But I'm not betting any amount of money on that happening.
Okay. All right, so let's go back. So one of the things that you had talked about was how do y'all handle big ticket items?
So the idea was if it's over so now what we do is if it's over $200, we have to ask each other and get permission from the other person in order to buy it.
Okay.
I just can't buy something and just say, "Oh, I bought this." I have to ask for permission. She can't just say, "Hey, I'm buying this." She has to ask for permission. It's just a common courtesy, basically. I mean, she makes her money, I make my money, it's our money. We never really tell each other no unless we know we ain't got it, and then we're like, not right now. But if we know we got it, we know we can, take that hit. It's not something just outrageously crazy. We go for it after permission is given.
Right. So there's like a discussion. I mean, you're saying ask for permission, but it's more like there's a discussion on whether now's the right time to do this or whether this is what's best for both of y'all, pretty much.
There's been times it's gotten to that point, yes. But most of them like, hey, can I get this? It's $200. Well, how much we got? I'm like, we got blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, cool. That's it.
Uh, I feel
Or if
that
it's something stupid, most of the time my wife will just say no because what I want is stupid.
well,
Not that I can't afford, not that we can't afford it at the moment. This is that it's stupid. Like you don't need that. That's dumb. Why would you want that?
Do you still ride your electric scooter? You
Yes,
okay? So it's a good purchase.
that's the second one. It's the
That's the
second one.
second one. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I like that. Now I think
Here's my thing, and this is weird, and it's probably I'm probably broken even. Whenever I buy something crazy, odds are I'm going to get rid of it, and I just sell it at 80 to 90% of what I bought it for. So I'm just spending the same $300 I've been spending for the past 5 years.
well, I mean, at 90% you lose 10% every time. So
Yeah, but not. But sometimes I make more money. So just roughly, I'm breaking even most of the time.
okay. And that's what you tell your wife every time you try to do this stuff, right? It's like, look, baby, I break even on all this. I can buy any kind of crazy thing I want to. It's no problem. I'll find a way to resell it.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
yes,
That's a good way as long as you can do it. You know how
and
much
it
stuff
works.
that I've bought with the premise of, hey, I'm going to use this to make money? I mean, you have some kind of idea because you've been to my house, but that's generally why I get stuff. Is not, hey, golf clubs, things related to that, I'll give you, okay, doing that for fun. But pretty much outside of that, if I get something, it's with at least the intent of using it to make money in some form of fashion. I mean, that's just kind of one of our things. We don't have a lot of, I mean, we discuss big ticket items. Hey, what are we going to do? For instance, we got tires for her car today. I mean, that's a pretty big ticket item. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, hey, how much is that going to be? Well, it's this, but we got to have it. And we just go ahead and do it. So,
So that's one of the things you just got to do. Like you just said it yourself. You got to have it.
yeah,
So
but listening to the way we talk about this pretty much explains why um, we're both probably considered poor financial planners, because there's a lot of people that would say, hey, this money that you're going to take and buy something that you may do something with or whatever, you could take that same money and go invest it. And if you do that for the first half of your life, then you could buy all the stuff you wanted for the second half and just have that invested somewhere. That's something we definitely need to talk about at some point, is
yeah,
financial planning and developing financial skills in our children, because I definitely want my kids to be different with money than I am, or kind of have a different view of it than the way I grew up.
yeah. I need to do something because right now my son knows how to pay for stuff with credit cards.
Okay. Yeah.
Like he literally like when we gotta pay for something, he wants to scan my card. He's like, "Where's the card, Daddy? Where's the card?" I'm
Yeah.
like,
But I
"I'm
mean,
paying with." I mean,
but
but like he just knows. Like to him, it's like magic money.
right.
He
Yeah.
didn't
It
even know
kind of
what money
loses it.
is.
That's where
Yeah,
that's where something
it's
comes up
magic
to
money
where
to him.
if you give your kids cash and they pay for stuff with cash and then they figure out I don't have any more money left, that's so much more real than just watching numbers go down on a balance. You know what I'm saying? I'll purchase this down, down,
Yeah,
down. It doesn't seem as real as, and I think society's kind of got us that way on purpose. It's like, to explain that, I remember going to the casinos after I turned old enough to go, and this how old I am. Back then, they would still give you the coins. You would actually get the buckets of coins, and you put your quarters in, and then they'd pay out. Well, then they figured out, hey, we can do this. Hey, we'll say it's cleaner. You're not touching as much money. There's not as many germs going around. And you just put your money in and we'll give you a little ticket. And you can take that ticket, cash out anytime, or you can just take that little piece of paper, slide it in another machine, and then see if you can win there. And then it's just money on a ticket. And if you don't walk away from that next machine, you just, you didn't get a ticket on that one. So I think it's a desensitizing you to figuring out that your money is actually going down.
yeah. Like casinos. I know this is kind of all over the place right now. But like casinos, I can't do.
Uh-huh.
I can't do casinos for that reason. I could walk into a casino with $100 and spend 20 of it on a slot machine and be done.
Yeah, you're done in 3 minutes now. So I mean,
No, I mean like no, I just spend the 20. And I'm
yeah, I
like,
know.
okay, I
I'm
got
saying
$80 left. I lost 20. I'm not gonna win anything. I'm done. I'm keeping my money.
it's all about that next one, Jermaine. That
No, no.
next push of the button, that next bet is always the one that's going to pay off.
That's my wife.
Oh, okay.
She
Okay.
will she will without fail go in there with $100, spend her first 20, make 50, so be up $30, and think she's gonna let that thing ride. And then 2 hours later, she's at zero.
Right, right.
And I still have $80.
Okay. That's good. First
But
time. Okay,
but
just like that. First time I took my wife to a casino. We went in, uh we're playing and we'd pulled out some money to take and I gave her some of it and she's like, uh can I keep whatever I don't gamble, whatever I don't do it? And I was like, yeah, sure. So she gambled like $5 the whole time that she was there. She just took the other money. And I was like, no. A matter of fact, by the end of the night, I was actually giving her some more money. I'm like, here, I'm gonna give you some more. You can keep that. Here's some more, but I want you to actually participate and have a good time. And it took a long time for her to actually kind of get to where she was okay doing that.
can I keep them? My thought would have been like this, because I was just thinking as you said it. Can I keep this too?
Yeah,
Can
no,
I keep
I
this
mean she
too?
probably asked, but no, you can't. If I'm giving you that, you got to participate.
See now,
But
I can't do it. Casinos to me don't do it for me. I can't do it. Now eBay, because I think I'm getting a deal. That's where I gamble. eBay is my casino.
okay. So
That's where I spend my
basically,
money.
all we've done is tell everybody how not to run your finances on this as a parent. So,
As you
okay, so
said, we are not financial advisors.
that's true.
So yeah,
That's
we can
true.
do that.
Because Wheeze and casinos is kind of our monetary advice if you want to go in there. All right. So, but hey, keep your kids out of travel ball so you can afford to buy those things and go do that. So
Exactly.
there's the parenting
Exactly.
advice. Okay. So the other one you kind of listed on your list was you wanted to talk about how to save money.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to put a pin in that one. How to
Yeah.
save money, I'll have to go back later. I mean, the obvious answer would be to spend less than you make. And
Mm-hmm.
it's very eye-opening when you actually write down on paper, this is how much I bring in and this is what goes out, and you see where your money goes. It you take a long, hard look in the mirror and it's like, is that really the best decision I could be making in the moment? In the moment, for instance, just something simple. But going to like a double meat Whataburger from a regular Whataburger seems like that would be a great
Mm-hmm.
choice. But I mean, by the time you do that over the course of the month, I mean, that's $50 or so just in the upgrade there
Yeah.
where you've been.
So I will say this, and this is what kind of where the meat and potatoes comes into this. I do that while looking at the bank account and knowing like, oh, I had this and I know what's getting pulled out when it should get pulled out and all
Uh-huh.
that kind of stuff. So I'm not, so I'll know about the time of the month where we at. Like, oh, we got a week and a half till payday and everything went like it should and we didn't go crazy. We should be about here. But then you look at it, but sometimes things get out of whack and stuff like that. But no, like you said though, seeing it and like looking at it and it being a tangible representation of what you have, that is what I need to do. I got that from you yesterday. You said you and your wife y'all plan that out, and sometimes you realize you got more coming out than you have coming in,
Uh,
but you both see it,
right.
right?
And it takes both
My
people to make
wife,
this work.
yeah, my wife, no offense to her because we haven't had this discussion. She doesn't know. She does not know. It's her house. Like I mean, when I mean that in the sense that her name is on the deed. She doesn't know how much I pay for her house each month.
Right.
Like everything I pay for. Let me rephrase that. I set up the accounts to have them withdrawn to make those payments.
Right.
It's our money. So, and I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes be like, hey, you can't buy that dress you want to buy with my money because we got to pay for this stuff. But did you
Right.
hear what I just said though?
Yeah.
I
We
said you
got to pay
can't
for this stuff.
spend my money
Mm,
on stuff we got to pay for when it should be we shouldn't spend our money because we have stuff we need to pay for. Like I'm possessive of our stuff that's our stuff. It's not just me.
that's right.
And like but in all honesty, I really need to. My wife and I, we get paid in the next week or so, need to really type this thing out and see where it's going because yeah, there's probably a couple of $100 a month disappearing, and we don't even know where it's going.
Right. Okay. So then we're going to put a pin in this because we're almost out of time. So we're going to have to end this episode. But so y'all sit down, make that. And then next time we'll revisit that and talk about all the ways uh, that we can try to promote financial literacy to our children.
Yeah, part
Okay.
two. Part
Part
two.
two. All right. That's Fathericity this week, guys. Jermaine's going to go on vacation for spring break. I'm still going to be at work. And I
Spend the
guess,
money.
yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
All right. Bye, everybody. Be sure to like and follow.